Hi guys, so currently right now, so you could see I'm overthinking a lot right now, and it's a bit like, okay, well, what do I do, I'm gonna go create some art, because I've learned that is my way of grounding myself and making sure I'm okay when I'm overthinking or when I'm in periods of doubt. But that being said, I just wanted to share a bit of myself and what these doubts are about. And one thing, or one massive thing that's always kind of been something like a highlight in my life, I guess you could say, especially in my periods of struggle, was me being like an academic student. And I feel like it is a sensitive topic. Like, it's a sensitive topic for even me to kind of talk about, but I know for others as well. Just because it's like, it does suck. Like, it really does. It's like, whether you're not living, like, you're not, what is it? You know that you could do better, but you just don't. Or you're looked down on and you're just kind of treated differently just because, and like, you have people labeling you, treating you differently, just all this blah blah blah, simply because your grades aren't like the top of the top. And before I continue, your grades do not reflect who you are as a person, and I genuinely mean that with, yeah, like, and I know it's hard to believe, especially when it's like, when when you're growing up, especially when you go to school and stuff like that, our worth is very much kind of determined by how we show up to our friends and family, even to our peers, and like our school grades. And then obviously as you get older, your job, your career and stuff like that. And I went to a mixed school, a normal school. Obviously I don't know who's watching from where, so in the UK we've got grammar schools. I didn't go to a grammar school, and to get into a grammar school you need to pass your 11 plus. I didn't pass my 11 plus. And I mean, for me, I've always known that I am able to achieve, like I know that I'm capable. Like for my 11 plus, I was like, I think 2-3 marks off, and it was actually quite silly. Like I thought I did better in English. Normally I'm weak with maths, but somehow I did better in maths than English, and I was like, well. And then I remember there was this one experience where my mum experienced where she basically got yelled at and told off by these people that I'm supposed to call my auntie and uncle. Family, by the way, not just like a random auntie and uncle, family. She got yelled at because I didn't pass my 11 plus, and she was blamed for it. Because I'm just like trying to maintain myself, but like, what? She got blamed for me not passing 11 plus because apparently she was bad at parenting and stuff like that. And in a room full of everyone that she knew, like, everyone knew each other in that room, no one stood up for her. And she, like, and that's only just to show how kind of deep this shame was rooted in me, especially growing up and not being that student. And my brother, he's you could say he's an academic weapon. He does STEM subjects. I don't like STEM subjects. Please no. And I found peace with that. I genuinely have. But especially when you're surrounded by people who kind of demonize, and everyone said like, oh, like, because I'm more creative. I'm more of a creative person. So when you're surrounded by people who say, oh, creative subjects or humanities and blah blah are useless, blah blah blah, And you know, a lot of people kind of put a lot more like, what is it, praise onto STEM subjects, which is fair enough. Like they're hard, but obviously it was just kind of like I can never find that middle ground. Like I couldn't even be okay with me living up to my truth, knowing that I like creative subjects more, and I kind of just hid that self about me. And then I kind of proceeded to just kind of live a lie, even lie to myself and just be like, oh, I just never knew didn't want to do maths. Sciences was okay. Biology was like the only science I could actually bear. But even that, like I was trying to lie to myself. I was like, oh yeah, I like biology, stuff like that. Until I realized that I just don't. Like I don't do good with it. Like it's just not in my body, it's not in my person to be that type of person. And then I realized how much I was trying to put myself in a box just because other people, just because society told me that these subjects were more valuable, these skills were more valuable. And I couldn't live up to that expectation. I wasn't even made. Like, we're all literally made so uniquely different. And why are we, like, I understand because obviously, like, expectations and stuff like that. But it comes to a point where we all just got to realize, look, we're struggling to be someone we're not. And that's okay. Like, we just don't realize that we're trying to be someone we're not. And then, but that being said, the shame and guilt of not, living up to my full academic potential, it always stuck by me. And honestly speaking, like obviously, like I've done my GCSE, so GCSEs was like, that was crazy. I'm probably gonna talk about that in another video because I don't really want to talk about it in this video. That's for another time. But crazy times, crazy. But I obviously managed to get my grade, like I passed and stuff like that. So I managed to get the grades that I needed for the subjects that I wanted to do in A levels. So obviously I'm doing them right now, and I'm kind of realizing as I grow up, as I kind of segregate myself and kind of sit in that solitude of like, who actually am I? Not trying to fit myself in a box, not trying to tick all these boxes that people want me to be in. Like, what do I actually like, And if I took an art subject, like I do not regret the subjects I took. Like I love them. But it's like, now that I'm kind of growing into my own person, I'm realizing this school shit was never for me. Like, it just wasn't. And bear in mind, I'm grateful and I'm happy that everything has played out the way it has. I'm so happy that I wasn't the academic weapon late, like before, because I know there's obviously people who were like more academic before, and then like now they're not really. And like everyone's life is different, everyone's journey is different. But it's it still stings, especially when I look around and I see friends, I see peers, I see people that are doing so well for them, and you see other people praising them, and they look like they're having a good life, which I don't normally do. I'm so happy with where I am in my life as well. But obviously sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, it does get to me, and it's like, damn, like everyone could be for example, let's use my brother. Actually, I don't really want to bring my brother into this, but it's like, yeah, like, people who are doing well academically and stuff like that, or just doing well in their life, it's like they're just doing so well. And then you're just kind of, then you're like, oh, oh. And don't get me wrong, I don't need any validation from any other people. I know that I'm doing well. But obviously, like I said, when doubt and stuff like that kind of seeps in, I'm just like, damn, imagine if I lived a life meeting people's expectations. Like, that would be so much more easier. But that's the sacrifice you gotta make when you realize that there's more meant for you and more greatness that you're meant to achieve and meant to succeed in. Like I said, not everyone's path is the same, and that's okay. It sounds silly, but might sound silly to some other people, but I'm currently in a place of my life where it's like, I do want to stay in education. I do want to continue. But I understand that people around me may think, like, what the hell am I doing then? You know? I haven't started looking at unis. And I literally had a conversation with my brother. He was like, what grades do you even need? I don't even know. I don't know. But I do have a uni in mind, which I'm going to keep a secret. And I know that it's gonna happen. Like, I'm definitely gonna go to the uni. But obviously, it's just that space where you want people to trust you and believe you, but in a logical sense. When no one sees your vision, you just kind of have to sit with that uncomfortableness, and you have to sit with the doubt and the things that they may say to you or may apply to you, you know? And yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Like, I'm still so happy because I know that it will pay off in the long term, and I know that when I'm able to actually experience what it is I want to experience, it will all be worth it. But I'm so happy that I've managed to find my peace with not being the most academic and stuff like that. And it's only this holiday that I've actually been able to kind of pick myself up and actually been like, hold on a minute, wait, I'm actually able to do this. Because for so long, I had identified myself. Like, I knew deep down that I wasn't like this and this wasn't my truth. But I didn't even know how to honestly approach that feeling. Like, I just thought maybe that might be a delusion or whatever. And I stuck with the identity of me not being the best student, me not doing the best in my exams and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, like, my most recent exam, I don't even know what grade I got because probably turned out bad. But does that define who I am? Yes, it does. May have defined me in that moment, but I can easily switch up and change. And that's what the hell I'm doing. Because, like, I'm done. I'm happy because I'm not trying to do this. I'm not trying to become better academically for the expectations of other people just because I want other people to praise me or anything. No, I'm simply doing it because I want to, because I've got a uni that I want to go to. I've got dreams I want to chase. And I know if I'm going to do that, if I'm going to achieve that, then I would have obviously done well in my studies, you know. And it's like, I want to become that person as well. I want to. You wouldn't, whether you believe in God, universe, whatever, just yourself, you wouldn't even be born with this desire, with these thoughts, with these knowings, with these, feelings, like, if you weren't meant to achieve them, if you weren't meant to have them. And it's owning that. It's knowing, hold on a minute. Actually, wait, I'm a boss. I know that this is meant for me. I know that I'm meant to be an academic mother flipping weapon. Yes. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get my ass up. I'm gonna open that book and start studying right now. And today I made like a revision plan, and I realized, hold on a minute, this is actually not as daunting as I thought it would be. Like, once I did it, I was like, hold on a minute, this is actually sick. Like, I can actually do this. This is so easy. I just need to follow through. And there may be periods of struggle or stuff, like times where I don't get it or I'm tired and stuff like that. But I guess it's like perspective. Like, at the end of the day, I know that I'm doing this for for myself. And I guess you could say it's long-term gratification. You know, you just kind of gotta enjoy it, but not even enjoy it, like just have fun with it. Find your way of moving through struggle, because it's just so important that you find out and you kind of define who you are in the moments where you struggle, because once you do that, then you can pretty much go through everything. And I mean, personally for me, now I'm like actually putting that into action. Now I'm like, okay, let me actually get my ass up and actually start doing what I want to do, because I know that I've got that confidence in myself that I can pick myself up. I know that like everything's gonna work out. Do you know why? Because I know I'm gonna make it work out, and it's meant to. So yeah, I was kind of stressing. I was just like, okay, long story short, yeah, before I end this video, the holiday's obviously ending, and I got an email and I realized that I've actually got like an actual test